Okay, Shiva. Diabolos. We're not gonna do any of that just yet. I just want to see if he has elemental. He needs defense status. Okay. Selfie, Quets, Brothers. Attack. We're also gonna leave that alone. She also needs status defense. And Quistis. Ifrit. We don't have a GF that fills all the spots at the same time. Can take Carbuncle. And Leviathan. Magic. Okay, she actually has... Okay, we gotta see who has status, which GF has status junction. Siren should have it. Which of the unjunctioned ones? Not him. Not Cerberus. Not him. Not Tonberry. Oh, so we only have one more with a status junction, okay. Okay, let's go for Siren. And then we can take either Pandemona or... Can I already junction initiative to her? No. Move find. Let's give her Tonberry, because I'm pretty sure Tonberry has initiative. Yeah. And so does Pandemona. So if we can put Pandemona on selfie, every one of our characters should... Oh, no, wait. Which GF has initiative? Does Cerberus have it? No. Pandemona has initiative. She's gonna need the hit junction because she doesn't have hit one. She doesn't have hit 100%. Magic and item. Auto reflect counter. Let's give you strength bonus. None, and no, initiative, no, auto haste, and then we gotta switch encounter none for initiative when we are there. Selfie, junction GF, Tonberry. Wait, who has Pandemona? Squall. Okay, attack, draw. Level down, level up. Initiative and auto haste. Let's go. Okay. This is probably not an ideal setup, but Final Fantasy VIII is a puzzle game now. Yeah, kind of. The thing is, as we get more Guardian forces, we have to readjust who goes where, who learns what. And for the most part, you only need to equip 3 people. But there is going to be one fight at the end of the game where we're going to need to equip all 6 people with GFs. So it's always a bit annoying. Anyway, we gotta go back to Centra. Oh, we're actually coming out very far to the west. And we gotta go to the Cactuar Island to learn some stuff with Alexander. Because Alexander is the one that we can use to refine items. Okay, let's go. Yeah, this is where we need to go. Going to get out here. Go, 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 go. Through the mountains. God, I'm so looking forward to later on this, during this disc, when we'll actually be able to not have to worry about finding beaches anymore. A bit of tinkering, yeah. Okay, now we get to fight Tomberries. Squall goes from encounter none. Not Tomberries, sorry, Cactuars. Squall goes from encounter none to initiative. And we're gonna double check that all of our GFs are actually learning what they are supposed to be learning. If they can still learn stuff. Yeah, he's almost done. You can tell that we've had some of these for a while. Speed junction, that's important. High magic refinement, and then metadata. Tomberry has already learned all this important stuff. We're really just here for Alexander and Cerberus. Those two need to level up fast. Well, not level up, but learn fast. So, the good news is we've got initiative on Squall and Selfie, so we should be able to get 2 hits in, and both of these guys have high hit, so that's good. Tomberry looks fun. Yeah, getting him was a pain, but he is actually the most useful GF in the entire game. Because he allows us to level enemies up and down, and he allows us to call any shop from anywhere we are. And also enables us to basically get an infinite money hack. So, Tomberry is super useful. Okay, this doesn't really matter. You are learning the right thing, yeah, cool. You are going to learn Alert. That's actually really important. So Tonberry is special insofar as that he's useless for junctioning because he does not enable any extra junctions. He doesn't even have a strength or HP junction or anything like that. But he has a whole ton of other useful abilities. And fighting Cactuars is super useful because they give next to no XP, so we're not leveling up our characters. But they give us 20 AP per Cactuar, so our GFs are learning incredibly fast. He got a knife that's cool enough. Yeah, and he actually... he has a ability, or well, Tonberries have an ability that's called Everyone's Grudge, where they stab you with the knife, and the damage you take is dependent on how many enemies you've killed. So if you're doing that with a character who has barely killed anybody, you're not taking any damage. But if you're doing this with Squall, who we've had since day one, and who has been killing enemies left, right, and center, you get something like 3,000 damage in one hit. That can be very, very hurtful very, very fast. Alert. Yeah, alert is good. You are going to learn metadata, please. That's the one that I really need. Metadata, and then for Cerberus, alert. If we can get those two, that would be great, and then we can move on. Oh, and med level up. We need med level up from Alexander. Which he will get after med data. But yeah, you can only fight cactuars on this island over there, or on this shore next to the island. So that's why we're just running along the shore right now. Just running along the cliffside. A bit of exercise for Squall, exactly. Okay, who else learned something? Brothers? Oh, these guys are almost done learning. Carbuncle, please learn Vitality plus 40. I don't really want Auto Potion. Auto Potion is not that useful. Oh, come on. Only one of them? Seriously? How about a group of 3? That would be nice. And yeah, we're still missing a bunch of Guardian Forces, which we will get access to fairly soon. Once we're done with all the Estor shenanigans and everything that's attached to that. You must really love dragon fruit to hit so many cactuar. It's fine. There's enough cactuars in this desert. But dragon fruit is good. Summon magic, yeah, whatever. Many of these GFs have reached a point where it doesn't really matter anymore what they learn. I always take the dragon fruit drink when I go to Starbucks. I haven't been to Starbucks in forever, honestly. I don't even know what they have on the menu in our place, in our locations. Oh, 3 of them, nice. Let's hope we get all 3. It's going to be a bit tricky because Quistis doesn't have the high hit chance that the other 2 have. And she doesn't have initiative either, so it might be that the 3rd cactuar will run off. Okay, Squall got him. Neat. Okay, that's a lot of GFs that just learned something. Diabolos is done. Diabolos has learned everything he can learn. This guy is almost done. Learn vitality bonus, please. Yeah, Leviathan is getting close to being done. Cerberus. Actually, learn the junctions, please. It's always good to have some extra junctions. Med level up, that's the important one. That's the really, really important one. I don't go to Starbucks that much, so I don't know the menu either. Yeah. I usually only go there if I'm on a business trip and I have like a fairly long time between layovers, between trains. And I'd be like, yeah, go in there, give me a hot chocolate, maybe some cookies. So I don't fall asleep on the train. Don't run near the cliff, you're gonna fall. We'll be fine. And I'm sure our garden would fish us out even if we did. I think Leviathan is one that has already learned everything useful. Yeah. Oh, he only has 2 things left to learn. Summon magic plus 20 and then plus 30. Okay. Well, let's go. Once we get Bahamut and we come back here, we're gonna have a grand time. Because Bahamut has like... He's one of those GFs that doesn't really have any bad abilities to learn. Like, almost everything he can learn is super useful. No! He fled. Oh, we were so close. So with Bahamut, we're gonna spend probably about half an hour at least just running around the desert and leveling him up, or learning his abilities. Because every single one of his abilities is amazing. How have you not learned Boost yet? He has a status attack junction, let's go! I wasn't aware of that. Okay, that changes things. Cerberus. My god, you are becoming even more useful than you already are. I'm impressed, let's go. I have already fallen asleep on a train. Yeah, it happened to me once. I did thankfully wake up before I reached my destination, but I've also been on the train with people who fell asleep and missed their destination, and that is honestly one of my nightmares. Because usually when I take the train, it's to places where there's only really 1 or 2 good connections, and if you fall asleep, you're basically not getting there until the next day. So, I always, whenever I'm on the train, I set like 3 different alarms just in case I do fall asleep. The ticket inspector asked me for the ticket at the right moment, otherwise I would have ended up on the other side of the country. Yeah, that's a mood. That's honestly how it would go here as well. I was once on a train with somebody who fell asleep and ended up in the wrong country. That was not fun. They were like, wait, what are you saying? We're in Slovakia. I wanted to go to, like, I think Preslav in the Czech Republic, and they were like, no, we already passed that. You're in Slovakia. We're almost at Bratislava. And they were like, fuck. So that is one of my nightmares, which is why I always have like 3 different alarms set to just before when I was supposed to arrive. So just in case I do fall asleep, I will be woken up. But yeah, every time I travel for business, it's usually like I have to get up at 4 in the morning to catch my first train, and then I have to take like 3 different trains just to get to where I need to go. And the worst part is my flight connections are even worse, because I live in a city with horrible traffic connections. So if I need to take a flight, I basically have to book a hotel for the night before so I can go to the city with the airport, stay overnight, and then take the flight the next day. Which is annoying for everyone involved, obviously. I am gonna continue until he learns the status attack and status defense junctions, honestly. Because I was not aware that he has those, and they are super useful.